Morning everybody, and welcome into the most wonderful time of the year, where this year, once again, just like last year, I'm sharing my LEGO Legend of Zelda custom advent calendar with you all. Now, if you don't know how this works, so that I don't overload your subscription feeds, we're going to be doing this in 4 parts, one a week, and this week we'll be covering days 1 to 6 of the advent calendar. And for those of you who care, this is set number Z0051 in my custom set series, the Hero of the Sea advent calendar for ages 8 and plus, with 284 pieces, and this is majoritively based off the Hero of the Sea trilogy, so Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and Spirit Tracks. However, that is not exclusive. As you can see, the Link minifigure on the screen is definitely not from that trilogy. So anyway, if we take a look at our box and then open it on up, we will see that it flaps down to reveal 24 numbered days. And to start with, I will give you just 1 second to find day number 1. And if we open it up, we will see that our first build is a micro-scale build of the King of Red Lions from the Wind Waker. Now, often in these LEGO Advent Calendars we find lots of different micro-scale builds, minifigure accessories, and of course figures themselves, but starting off here we have the King of Red Lions, as I mentioned. He is without his sail and he is built in a micro-scale. We have some slope pieces to make up the rounded bottom of the boat, as well as a bar piece which is holding up a red head with a recolor of the binoculars with a tooth piece sticking out of them. Overall, a majoritively simple build that I do actually quite like, and I think captures the aesthetic of an advent calendar really well. It feels like it fits to me. Moving on, I'll give you a second to find it. Day number 2. And taking a look inside, we get our first minifigure of the calendar, and this is a Elf Link. Now, I'm sort of playing off a couple of different things here. Elves are Christmas, Link is Link. Link has pointy ears and maybe an elf, but probably isn't. Sort of merge the two together, we sort of get an Elf Link. I don't know, maybe I wasn't quite thinking straight. But either way, here we have a minifigure elf dressed up as Link, or Link dressed up as an elf, whichever way you want to see it. And he is using the normal elf hairpiece with the flesh ears, which appeared in the 2019 Friends Advent Calendar. He has some dual molded arms with some simple printing, and a combination between the 2020 Elf Clubhouse elf printing and then some belts for Link himself. He is also wearing some short reddish brown legs, which to be honest could fit with Link, considering he's not exactly the tallest man in the world. He's got a very chipper expression on one side of his face, and this may be a reused face print from elsewhere in the wave. One other thing I wanted to point out is this also sort of pays homage to the purest custom world of Links, where a lot of Links end up using this hairpiece as well, including my own. And if you find day number 3, we can take a look inside to reveal our build for day number 3. And at first glance, there's quite a lot going on here. So we have a plate that is rounded with some ocean textures, a shell, a flower, and some plates representing the beach, and then with these 3 transparent columns holding recolors of the golden snitch piece from Harry Potter. And if you haven't guessed already, these are in fact 3 fairies or guardians that accompany you throughout Phantom Hourglass, second game in the trilogy. So we have your main companion Celia, and then Leaf and Neri, who are 2 fairies that join you along the way, and these are 3 snitch recolors in transparent yellow, transparent red, and transparent blue. The transparent blue one has already appeared in last year's advent calendar as Navi, but here they are, nice inclusions. Always good to get recolors of something like the snitch piece, and obviously they're pretty important to the Hero of the Sea trilogy. Now, if you find day number 4, and inside day number 4, we have another character. This one is the Chili Chillfoss, who appeared as just a normal Chillfoss in my Z0023 Ice Enemy Battle Pack, and he is built the exact same way, using white with the skeleton legs, the normal skeleton torso, the bent arms, the build for his ice staff, and the cone and tap piece head built in the same style as the LEGO Zora's Chillfoss from back in the day. These are using the same recolors as Wave 2, so of course it's perfectly aligned, and he is also having a scarf piece around his neck to make him more in season, and that explains why he's the Chili Chillfoss. Nice pun, I just kind of like it. This isn't related to the Hero of the Sea trilogy at all, but I think it's cool. And now we're on to day number 5, which is the mailbox and delivery bag. Now, getting the delivery bag out of the way, this is a satchel piece which any of the minifigures in this calendar could wear. In particular, I think the Elf Link would suit it quite nicely, and this is based off the delivery bag you get in the Wind Waker. Obviously, the main build is the post box here, which is using the post box piece. The flap is on the other side with a print to represent like the Rito postal service from the Wind Waker, and actually they may appear in Spirit Tracks as well. He's got some tiles on the top to make the iconic shape, and he's resting on a podium of a 1x1 round dark brown cylinder. There's also a stack of letters to be posted on the floor. Overall, this might be one of my favorites out of the entire calendar. I really love the way this looks, and obviously if you're a LEGO Zelda collector, this is the perfect little side build to include in any like big layout or something, especially if you have some of the other Wind Waker sets we've taken a look at before. If you haven't seen those, I recommend go checking them out. And then moving on to day number 6, our last day for this week of the calendar, we have Linebeck's boat from the Phantom Hourglass in a micro scale form. So I think we've had a nice mix of both characters and brick built objects today. And well, here is another one. So this is based off the SS Linebeck from Phantom Hourglass. I really, really love the recolor of the Speed Champions wheel piece in dark tan to represent the water wheels on the side. And then obviously it's a very simplistic interpretation, trying to get as much of the colors right. And to be honest, I'm pretty happy with it. The red spike on the front is supposed to represent that sort of like spike on the actual front, and I chose to ignore the cannon just to make the build, well, look a bit better, and so that we don't have to worry about such small scales. Things get difficult. Either way, I think this one came out particularly well, and I'm particularly happy with how it looks, despite it not looking the absolute best. Maybe there should be some printing on the dome piece or the two slopes at the front, but regardless, well, here it is. And that is actually it for today. As I said, we're going to do these a week at a time, so tune in next Friday for days 7 to 12, where there are more figures, more exciting builds, and lots more to expand your Legend of Zelda world. And if nothing else, I hope this inspires you that you can do a lot with small scale for Legend of Zelda. So, wrapping up, here are our final 6 builds for today. We had the Elf Link, the King of Red Lions microscale, the SS Linebeck microscale, the 3 fairies, Celia Nerf, Neri and Leaf, the Chili Chilfos, and the mailbox with delivery bag. And there are many more exciting things to come. You may have spotted them on the box. But let me know which one of these days is your favourite and what you think might be in day number 7. And in the meantime, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.